What's good? It's Jordan. Today I'll be talking to you about jealousy is for the weak. See, in this life, we have to understand that we must not be jealous and envious, but understand that God provides us gifts, each and every one of us in this life, to do the work of Him, to grow, to develop into the people that He wants us to be. When we're jealous, when we're envious, when we're boastful, prideful, arrogant, we are not doing the work of the Most High, but we're doing the work of the enemy. The enemy does not want us to grow. The enemy does not want us to believe in the Most High. The enemy does not want us to have faith. The enemy wants us to be divided. When we're divided, we are easier to be conquered than being in unison and working together. Divide and conquer is the tactic. The more divided we are, the more we will fall. When we're in the jealous state of mind, we do not focus on the blessings that the Most High has provided us. We focus on the blessings that the Most High may have provided to someone else. Many times in this life, we try to look at what other people have, to look at what other people are doing, and we try to compare ourselves. And when we try to compare ourselves, that's where the jealousy comes in. Sometimes we think that we're better than this person, so we deserve to be compensated for whatever we feel we're better than that person from. We have to understand that life does not work like that. Being jealous will only destroy yourself, and it will not hurt the other person. You can be jealous all you want, but that doesn't change reality. You being placed in the position you're placed in, and that other person being placed in the position they're placed in for a reason. Everything has a reason. And when we are jealous, when we're consumed by jealousy, we are in a weak position. We may be jealous because we feel that this person and that person may look more superior than us. So we may place ourselves in that victim mindset where it's like, we can't work on ourselves. We can't do anything to change the solution. So let's just hate. Let's just try to destroy these people by just hating, by just stopping them from being progressive in their own personal lives. When we live by that mindset, when we live by that ideology, nothing is going to change. Look at what you can do in this life. Look at what you can change in this life. Sometimes we may be jealous of somebody because they may have a quote unquote perfect appearance, because media tells us that this person that looks like this is quote unquote beautiful. That is not true. We are all made in God's image. We have to understand these things. We have to understand it closely, because then we start comparing our appearances and feeling like we're less than because we may look like this and we may look like that, and we may want to change our appearance due to the fact of the matter of what the media says is beautiful and what is not beautiful, what is handsome and what is not handsome. In this life, we have to understand, no matter what the case may be, there are people who are going to like you because of your appearance and find you attractive, and then there's going to be other people who do not like your appearance and may not find you attractive. Life is about balance. We cannot be jealous about these things, but we have to understand our tribe, find our tribe, learn our tribe, and move on and move forward. We may be jealous of somebody based upon their physical attributes. They may be in a healthier shape than us. They may have more muscles. They may be faster, stronger, more taller. And we may be shorter, weaker, less muscular. And these things may cause us to be jealous. Someone may have a property, a home, or a business. We may be renting, working a job. Someone may have a vehicle. we may be taking the transit to get from point A to point B. These things cause jealousy. These things cause us to be in a weak mindset. But understand the blessings that you have in your own personal life. You may not have these things, somebody else may have, but you may have peace. When you have peace and freedom, it's more important than these things. You do not understand what people go through on a day-to-day basis, where their next meal is going to come from, if they are one payment or bill away from losing everything if they don't pay that payment or that bill. We have to understand that our life is important. Just because other people may have things in this life that we may want to obtain or reach but we're unable to, does not make us least important. What makes us least important is feeling like we're least important. When you feel like you're least important, then you start to behave like you're least important. When you are jealous, you start to behave like you're jealous of other people, of what they may have and what they may do. What can you do? When you focus on others, when you focus on what other people have, you don't focus on yourself and what you can do. When you place yourself in a powerless position, you place yourself in a position where you feel that you are not dominant, you behave less dominant. See, before we can look at anybody else, we have to fix the situations and problems in our own selves. Jealousy, insecurity, envy, fear, these are negative traits that the enemy wants you to have, that the enemy wants you to be held down by. But if you break free from these things and you understand that even though somebody else may possess a gift from the Most High that you may not have, you have to learn yourself and learn what gifts the Most High may possess you. You may have the ability to do something that someone else may not have the ability to do. Someone else may have the ability to do something that you're not able to do. That does not make you less important, and that does not make that other person greater than you. When you focus on yourself and learn yourself and take the attention off of somebody else, then you start to understand why you're placed in this life, the importance of your life, and the importance of the plans that the Most High has for you. Sometimes we may have to break free of these things because from generation to generation, these negative traits have been passed on. And when these negative traits are passed on, you are not encouraged to think positively about somebody else. Instead of saying a negative comment, try saying something positive or don't say anything at all. We're too used to saying negative things because our brain is focused on a negative perspective, on a negative way of life. So when we see someone doing positive, and when we see someone actually doing something that internally we may feel amazed by, we turn to the negative ideologies first, then actually being proud, then actually helping that person reach their full potential. Sometimes some people may need help reaching their full potential, and they may just be needing a push. And instead of us providing them that positive push, we say or do something negative towards them because we're jealous, because we feel like we're not in that position. It's best for us to think before we act. It's best for us to think about the decisions that we may make, because at the end of the day, if we think about the decisions that we may make and we actually think it through, then we're best suited in this life for us to make positive decisions that may help us and lead us towards the right path in the right direction. And when we learn about these decisions that we may make and we change our mindset, instead of being more of a jealous and negative mindset to more towards a positive mindset, then we're able to be happy for others, and then essentially we're able to be happy for ourselves. When we think about good things will happen. When we think about bad things will happen. It's best for us to understand our thought process and think it through every decision that we make in this life. I know for a fact when you think negatively and you start acting out negative character traits, nothing good comes out of it. People don't want to be around you. You may not be around yourself or want to be around yourself. You may be miserable, and essentially you just ruin your development. So it's best that we take the time to work on ourselves and work on these negative character traits and turn them to positive character traits. So today I'll be reading these two scriptures to you, and I hope that these scriptures can help you in your own personal life. So today I'll be reading this scripture to you, and I hope that these scriptures can help you in your own personal life. James 3:14-16. But if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast and be false to the truth. This isn't the wisdom that comes from above, but it is earthly, James 3:14-16. If you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast and be false to the truth. This isn't the wisdom that comes from above, but it is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. For where jealousy and selfish ambition exists, there will be disorder and vile practice. In this life today, we have the ability to learn from our mistakes. We've all made these mistakes being jealous and having the ability to work through being jealous, being envious, and not understanding the effects that it has. We can work on these things. When we don't want to work on these things and we live harboring resentment, being miserable, and not learning that these things can truly affect us, then we're not able to move on, move ahead, and move forward. The goal is for us to grow, to move on, move ahead, move forward with the Most High. The best thing that we can do is to learn our lives, learn ourselves, and make the best decisions possible in this life in order for us to grow, in order for us to learn, and in order for us to be in freedom today. I want to thank you for watching. Peace.